Oh, let's go ahead and get on with this, guys. This is 1100 WSGI. You turn LaVern, and yes, this is one street over. If it looks a little weird on social media, we had some camera issues this morning, and so we're on a different camera, but that's okay. You can see us, and you can see my lovely guest, Amy Pratt. She is here with me from Grace Baptist Church, and I have to just thank my friend Lee Marie for setting this up. We had somebody that I don't know, the camera won't work. I tried and couldn't get it. Ilyu Maldonado, the president of Ebenezer Broadcasting, just walked in, so he may play with the cameras a little bit. So anyway, I don't know what happened to it. I tried the connections and tried to reconnect it and everything, and I don't know. So I just moved that camera over to get a shot for the show. But we'll let Ilyu play with the camera for a minute. We'll say hello to Abby. She is with Grace Baptist Church. I was just asking her, you've had your 7-year anniversary.
The 23rd of this month will be my 7 years. Oh, my
goodness.
But I've been there my whole life.
Oh, you grew up there.
I did. My dad grew up there, so.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
How did you end up, because you are the worship leader.
I am.
That is so cool to me.
Yeah.
And I just love that. How did that happen? How did you end up getting into that position?
Only the Lord, honestly. Amen. Only the Lord.
I love that.
It's kind of crazy because last night it was a little bit of a full circle moment. So when I was in youth, Devin Williams, he's at a church plant in Clarksville now, but he came and said, "Hey, I want you to lead worship with me in youth." And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And so I did. And then not but a few years later, I felt a call to ministry.
Yeah.
And when I was 17, Brother Steve said, hey, do you want to sing on the stage and we'll pay you to do it? And it's this thing called leading worship. And I was like, I'm singing anyways, might as well get paid, right? And I felt this call to do something, so might as well do it. It's probably a good idea. So I did and never looked back.
That cracks me up. Hey, you want to do this thing called leading worship? That cracks me up. Yeah, that is wonderful, Abby. I love that story.
It was pretty cool. So I've gotten to do some really cool things with awesome. Grace, and
I love it.
Through the city of Springfield has been so cool. And so every year at the Freedom Fest, Brother Steve gets to come and pray and kind of share the gospel, and I get to sing the national anthem, and it's super cool. And I lose feeling in my hands because I'm so nervous.
Yeah,
but it's so cool.
I love it. So have you sung your entire life?
I have.
Okay.
The first time I sang on stage at Grace, on Stage Anywhere, I was 4 years old.
No way.
I was.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I just love that. I just love that legacy. That is so beautiful. And you do just a beautiful job leading worship.
Well, thank you.
I have been able to witness it a few times and just phenomenal. So when Lee Marie suggested you come on, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Because last time we talked, I think was this time last year.
Yes.
And you unpacked all the Christmas stuff you had. Mm-hmm. And it all sounds absolutely wonderful. And so what all do you guys have going on? Because I would love to try to pop in there at some point and just kind of be with you guys because y'all just do such a beautiful job. So what have y'all got coming up?
Thank you. So we've got a few things on our calendar. Okay. Actually, Sunday night, December 7th, we have our Women of Grace dinner, and those tickets are unfortunately sold out.
Yeah.
But it's an annual thing. So, and we have events all throughout the year. So our next thing after that will be a Galentine's thing, and it's going to be super cool. I'm very excited.
Galentine's.
So excited.
I love it. I
think we're going to paint pottery.
You're going to do okay.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited.
Well, because, so do you lead up the women's ministry too?
I do.
Okay, so you're not only the worship leader, you would be the women's minister.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes.
How fun.
It is so fun.
So did you just kind of I don't know, just kind of morph into it? Did you ever go to university or anything?
I went to Belmont for Christian leadership.
Okay.
And so that was great, and it was really cool because I got to stay close to home.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. But I worked at Grace all throughout this time. So I would come home on Wednesdays and come home on the weekends and do lead worship.
Fun
all things. Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah. I was wondering because, I think you could have done it without going to a university because,
absolutely.
But that beautiful experience at Belmont, oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, what a wonderful university.
Yeah. So it's super cool,
especially for music.
Yes,
you just can't. I mean, people who are interested in the industry, Belmont, and in so many aspects from the technical side to artist and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
nothing against my alma mater, Lipscomb, y'all. I know I love Lipscomb.
Oh, yeah.
I graduated from Lipscomb, but Belmont does a beautiful job
It really does.
with the music industry. They really do. And well, that is very cool. So
Yeah.
you're just a lot of fun. But
Oh, thank you.
now, are y'all as a church going to be doing any kind of big Christmas extravaganza kind
We
of thing?
are. So
I figured you had to be.
yeah, we've got a couple things for our kids. So the 10th,
Okay.
we have our preschool Christmas program, and it's so funny. It's like my favorite one every year because the kids just like are so into the music and they don't really know how to sing yet, most of them. So they're just like yelling, but they're yelling for the Lord. And so it's
Like,
so
there you
great.
go.
So we have that on the 10th at 6 o'clock. And then on the 17th, we have our kids' Christmas play, and it's called One Chaotic, and they cross the word chaotic now, and it says Still Night. And I think it's going to be really exciting. The kids have been
One
working really hard on
Chaotic,
it.
Still not. I love
Yes,
that.
which is such a kids play, you know, like
Yeah.
it's anything with kids is chaotic.
Did you guys? Is this like an original play?
It's not. So
Okay, all right.
we purchased the licenses and all the things, the script from the Skit Guys. And if you've seen their stuff, they're hilarious.
Okay, I know. I'm quite familiar with the Skit Guys. So
yes.
this is a Skit Guys production.
This is a Skit Guys production.
That's wonderful.
It's going to be so good. Brother Braden, our children's minister, who has been such a blessing to our church, he's worked really hard with these kids and different people who help with their choir. And it's been really, really cool to watch.
Oh, I can't wait to see
It's gonna be
that.
so
That's good
good.
because the Skit Guys, if we're with the Celebrate Recovery community that we work with, the Skit Guys are part of that.
Yeah.
And they do a ton of stuff for Celebrate Recovery. And so there's just there's so many things that we tap into with the Skit Guys, but that's really cool. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be really, really fun. So that's on the 17th at 6 p.m. And then on the 21st is our big day for Christmas. So that morning we have 8:30 and 10 o'clock services, and our choir will be featured that morning. And actually, Lee Marie's going to sing with us, and I'm very grateful for that.
fun.
And her husband, Steven, who is so wonderful.
Fun.
So really excited for that. But that's at 8:30 and 10 o'clock, and it's our cantata we're doing on this very night. It's a book that was put together years and years ago, and we've used it a few times. It's one of my favorites. So we'll do that in the morning, and then that night is really my favorite service of the entire year. It's our candlelight service, and it is at 5 o'clock, I believe, and it's just going to be so good. We mapped everything out just this week and got everything finalized, and so it's really neat. We have a lot of the singers from our church, people who do specials and are really great. They're going to do songs, and we have scripture readings from all of our ministers. And then we end with a time we have like a manger scene situation. And we have a Mary and a Joseph and a real live baby Jesus, and it's super cute. And then we have a time of candlelight worship where we all sing together with the candlelight. We have huge stained glass windows in our auditorium and our sanctuary, but we black those out for the service, and it's super, super cool.
So is this on the 21st, did
It's
you
on
say?
the 21st.
On the
At
21st,
5
the
o'clock.
Sunday. So this is the Sunday before Christmas.
Yes.
And so, because a lot of people will do that rather than do a Christmas Eve service because it's
Yes.
so hard with family.
Yes, it is.
You know, when you're trying to, deal with family and kiddos and you have something on Christmas Eve, man, that really is difficult.
It is.
you
It
know?
is. It's really hard. And our church is a lot of families because we have GBA, that is a ministry of Grace Baptist Church, but it's a school. And a lot of those kids come to church, and their families come to church, and we've got other families from the communities that don't go to GBA. So our church is a lot of young kids.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on over there. GBA, I don't know if you know a lot about it. How many kids do they have in that school? Do you have
There's
any idea? I'm
somewhere
just
between
curious.
200 and 300 right now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
What
so
are
we
the
started
grades?
middle school this year. So it goes pre-K 2, so 2-year-olds, to all the way up to 6th grade right now, and next year we'll add 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
And these middle schoolers are so fun. Actually, after I leave here, I'm going to the school, the church, the school, to help them put on their middle school choir program for
Oh,
Family
fun.
Chapel. And they have worked so hard. And actually, 2 of the kids They're the sweetest kids, and they sat down with me and we wrote a Christmas song, and they're gonna
Oh,
perform it this morning, and the whole choir learned it, and it's gonna be super super cool. I'm
that's
really excited.
really cool.
Yeah, and two of the kids actually are rapping a song from Forrest Frank, The Present, and it's so fun. It's just
Yeah.
gonna be so good. I'm excited. So we go
Yeah.
through middle school, and we actually added sports this year. Or last year we added sports. We did basketball. This year we started baseball, softball, and then we have basketball still.
Look at y'all. I mean,
It's
isn't that
growing.
something? Yeah, it
So
really
yeah,
is.
the choir this morning is a middle school elect choir. They stay after school to do it, and there's boys in there, there's girls in there, and it's so sweet to see the next generation excited about the arts. And
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
super
yes,
I'm
for
super excited
sure,
about
for
it.
sure, for sure. I love that. It just sounds like, I mean, y'all have got so many wonderful things going on.
Yeah.
And so I'm so glad we had this opportunity just to sit down and kind of unpack it because, I mean, y'all are just so involved in the community and have been for so long. And, I just drive by there and I'm like, what all they got happening out there?
So much.
It's interesting to watch your school grow too, because I was part of the Good Pasture program. My
Okay.
kids came up through Good
Yeah.
Pasture. And so they started very similarly, very small, and then they just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing.
And now it's what
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
exactly. So that's just really kind of, it's just interesting to see. And I'm in the public school system. I mean, there's something for everybody.
There is.
And we need great education across the board. And I get the Christian education side of it because Jesus is there. And that's the reason my kids went to Good Pasture is because I
Absolutely.
didn't want there to be any question about their that Christ was in it.
Mhm.
And we can't we can't do that in our now we've got a lot of freedoms here in Tennessee that we don't have in other states,
Absolutely.
but still I'm not going to go in and have chapel.
Yes.
And I
absolutely.
love the idea that my kids were having, chapel every day and those kinds of things. And so I wanted Christ to be at the center of their education, and because it's tough out there.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. I my parents sent me to Davidson, so I kinda
Okay.
had similar situation. My brother actually graduates from there this year.
Oh, fun.
So that was how we were too. But it's been really cool to see even our public school education system. FCA is such
Oh,
a big part
huge.
now.
Yeah. They
And
meet today, by the way, at Greenbrier at 7:30.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. We get to go to FCA a lot, and we always bring some donuts. We like to bring some food for the kids or some sort of something to send them home with, or to their class with. But it's super cool to see what Andrew and Maddie and
Oh, yeah.
Shauna and Tyler and all them are doing. It's really really fun. We did the FCA
Yeah.
banquet not long ago, and it's crazy.
It's neat. Have you ever popped in at the FCA at Greenbrier?
I've been to the one at Greenbrier Middle.
Okay, because I was going to say we have one there at the high school. You gotta
Yes.
come in there with your guitar one morning.
Oh
and play
yeah,
some
I have
songs
taken my
on.
guitar to Greenbrier Middle School.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and to Joe Burns. We spent a lot of times at Joe Burns.
Oh, I think that'd be. I
together.
don't see, and I that's one of the hardest things. I can't be there for it, and I would love to be there because I mean they're going to be meeting here in about 10 minutes, and I'm in here. So I've even thought about maybe next year trying to take one Thursday morning off a month just so I can go be a part of
Gotta
that.
be a part of it.
If
Yeah.
I can kind of get my, but then somebody has to cover the show and all that kind of stuff. So it's just trying to kind of get all the logistics of that set up. But
Absolutely.
I've kind of thought about that because I would really like to be a part of what FCA does. But yeah, I think they'd love to have you come in and lead worship. in the morning.
Absolutely
Ah,
anytime. Yeah.
I'll have to talk to Miss Gregory about that. And say, hey,
Yeah.
by the way,
the
did you happen to bring your guitar today?
I didn't. I meant to
Lee
grab it when I was
Marie
walking out the
teased me.
door.
She's like, I told her to bring her guitar, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, I thought about it with so I have two guitars, and one of them is my old beat up guitar that I learned how to play on the Belmont steps by the fountain.
yeah,
And played for hours and hours and hours till I couldn't feel my fingers. And the other one stays at church because
Yeah.
it's a nice guitar.
yeah.
And when I told my dad I was going to dip into my savings to get it, I thought he had said, you need to sit down for a second. We have to talk about this because the pickup in my first guitar went out, so it wasn't a choice. But
Okay,
yeah, I meant to grab it and then I didn't. I forgot.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm surprised you only have two guitars.
I know.
Most
Those are
people who play
not-
guitars,
yeah.
I dabble, and I don't tell how many guitars I have, and I'm not very. I'm trying to get better. But I'm just have a really hard time making myself sit down and practice on stuff
Yeah.
like that. There, and I think the Lord draws you to what you're supposed to do, and I don't. I don't know. He draws me to other things.
Absolutely.
So I have to go to what he's drawing me to.
Absolutely.
And some of it's, people to get kind of bored with some of the things I'm drawn to, but that's what he's calling me to.
That's what he's called you to.
But I love archaeology. And
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love archaeology, and I listen to podcasts and things about it all the time. People are like, "You listen to that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love it.
So great.
I love
Yeah.
it. I just love it." And so people are like, "Okay," but anyway, but I'm trying. So maybe one of these days I'll have the confidence to play in front of people.
Yeah, no,
but I
listen.
do. I have so many guitars, and here you play wonderfully and compose, and you
I
only
don't
have
know
two.
about that. I do only have two. Well, I'm kind of picky about my guitars. And
Oh, I got you.
I like it to have a certain sound and a certain feel.
Okay.
And there's one that I want really bad, but it's like thousands of dollars, and I just can't bring myself to do
What
it.
is it? I'm curious.
It is a version that Brooke Littlewood, she's a famous worship leader, and I want to be like her when I grow up. We say that about all the people, but
Yeah.
she designed this guitar, and it's a really neat guitar, and it has a really cool sound,
And what's it called again?
it's just her version of her guitar. I think Martin did it with her,
Okay.
and it's
And what's her name again?
Brooke Littlewood.
Okay. So I don't, what are some of her songs? Does she have some? I mean, I'm assuming she has some original music.
She
or
does. So a
Okay.
lot of the songs that you would
Anything I'd recognize?
yes. Yeah, hold on. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I've heard her in concert. So actually, I took my mom to Washington, D.C., and my whole family went, but we went with the intention of going to the Museum of the Bible, and it was an opening night. They had opened this theater there, and she was going to be the first worship leader to ever lead worship
Neat.
in there. So we went and did that. So What a Beautiful Name is hers.
Oh
King of
yes.
Kings,
Are you
Hosanna.
kidding?
Yeah,
Yes.
so
yes.
she has a lot of these. There's this one called Ancient Gates, and it's super fun. She does some really, really cool stuff.
Her beautiful name is phenomenal. Is she
Yeah.
the one that I'm assuming that she's just wonderful?
I think she wrote it with Hillsong, maybe
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
But it's her top streamed song on Spotify.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she is the performer on it too, the artist.
She is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
So they do it without her
phenomenal.
too, but she's featured on it.
phenomenal. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
she
yeah.
is.
Okay,
She's
cool.
she's so
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about now.
she's super cool. She's
I'm gonna
just
check
to
out her
watch her.
guitar. I mean, I'm interested in
Yeah.
that now, but thousands of dollars.
It's
Yikes.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it's a really nice guitar. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got all the things on
All
it
the
that you would need.
things.
That's
I
my
love it.
saying. Yeah, somebody at our church got me a tote bag that says all the things,
Yeah.
and I use it every day.
Yes,
So
yes, that's funny because I use that too.
All the
I think
things.
I think a lot of us because it's
yeah,
well in CR we talk about. There's a project I'm working on that's just so funny that all the things, and that's just so funny that you mentioned that. But a lot of the times when we talk about the things that we're dealing with, it'll be just all the things
all the
because
things.
with our celebrate recovery is not just alcohol and substance, it's all the things.
Absolutely.
It's all the things of life that you deal with. So all the things is quite a popular phrase around our digs too. So that's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
I've gotten the opportunity recently to lead worship with Calvary's Calvary Baptist new
Yeah.
Celebrate Recovery, and it's been super super fun.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Because yes, they were needing. Oh, I'm sure
Yeah,
they just
I've
love
been
that.
I've been out of the loop since November-ish, and hope I'm getting back into it. Hopefully,
Oh,
in
great.
January.
Good.
So it's been super fun, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just the best.
Yes, very much Spence.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Spence.
Love Spence.
Yes.
And but yeah, I knew that they were looking for somebody to lead worship down there. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So very cool. Very
It's
cool
super
for
fun.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So I tell you what I want to do. We've got just about 8 minutes before Brian Pulley comes popping in here. We're talking to Abby Pratt. She is the worship leader for Grace Baptist, getting ready to have her 7-year anniversary, which is so cool. And you're not married, don't have kids, all
I'm
that
not.
yet.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, on the market though.
I love it. I can't believe somebody hadn't snatched you up, young lady. But because I was just thinking, do you have kids and all that? Yeah,
I don't.
So yeah.
I don't. My family is really a huge part of my life, though. So
Yeah.
my dad is Alan, who owns Larry's Restaurant, and my grandfather was Larry. So Springfield has always been just a part of our life.
I didn't realize all those connections.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm there every Saturday.
Okay.
I actually work tomorrow too. I've got to cover for somebody. But
Okay.
I love it, and it's super fun.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time with my family. I have a younger brother who, poor thing, we're 6 years apart, and so he grew up with like 3 parents, honestly. And yeah, like his sports are just our whole life, and it's a lot of fun. But
Where's he in school?
Davidson.
Davidson.
He's
Well,
over
you,
at
you
Davidson.
just told me that. You just said
No,
that.
yeah. He's at
Yeah, yeah.
Davidson. So we just finished football season. And he, at one point, I know he was number 6 wide receiver in our state, at least, and
Goodness,
maybe in
that's
the nation,
awesome.
something. It was
Congratulations.
pretty crazy. And so
That's
now he's doing
fabulous.
basketball. And the crazy thing is, he has no desire to go to school to play sports yet.
Yeah, he just is enjoying it while
He's
he
just
can.
loving it. He's just
Yeah.
loving it. So yeah,
So, well, what is he wanting to do if he's not wanting to?
it's a good question. We applied to 2 schools the other day, so we're on the move. But he has thought a lot about physical therapy and doing sports
Okay.
therapy, so still being in the game but
Yeah.
not in the game. And he also has talked a little bit about possibly some ministry things.
Okay.
So, and I've told him it's so rewarding, but it's the hardest thing you'll ever do.
It is.
And so we've had a few conversations, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Whatever the Lord decides for him, I know that he'll be ready and willing to do.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you just never know where I'm always interested what young people want to do, because I'm not a young people, and I can look back on my life and see the things and the twists and turns that happened, just like you said, them coming up and saying, "Hey, there's a thing called worship leading. You want to do it?" Same thing kind of happened with me with radio. It just kind of got dropped in my lap, and so the Lord will lead you, man, into some crazy places if you'll just let Him.
Yeah, and
And
places you never thought you'd
Yeah,
be.
and you go, "Oh, I never thought about that." Okay, and it just morphs into something you couldn't even imagine.
Absolutely. I'm
So you got to
so
stay
grateful.
receptive to that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it sounds like He will because you'll make sure of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
We're really close, and we have
Yeah,
a very
that's great.
honest relationship with each other.
I love it.
So it's
That's
pretty
great.
cool. Yeah, the Lord will do some crazy things. I honestly never thought I'd be leading worship. I never even considered it growing
Yeah.
up. I always thought I would sing somewhere else or do something else. I've always sang, I've always done that. But the Lord made it very apparent to me when I was a freshman in college that the only stage that I was meant to be on for the foreseeable future was the stage in a church setting, in a worship setting.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that that's forever, though. You
Doesn't
just
mean
never
it's
know.
forever. Yeah,
Yeah, you never know.
yeah.
I grew up with the Chapman, Stephen Curtis Chapman's
Oh, yeah.
from my area, and
Wow.
so we all took guitar lessons from his daddy, Herb, and everybody in West Kentucky pretty much took lessons at Chapman Music, and so we all, from time to time, Steve would give us a lesson and all that, and so as watching his career, if you talk to him, he has no desire to do secular music.
Yeah.
Every time I've ever talked to him or have been involved with any kind of an interview with him, and we're not like buddies. I mean, we just, I see them in town some and things like that, but I haven't seen them in years. But I have had an opportunity to be on some interviews, and I just think that's unique that answer that call. I mean,
Yeah.
he's had opportunities to do other things, and it's just like, And at least that's what I remember him saying. I had another conversation. It's so funny. Just last week, I was talking with John Baumgartner, and he was kind of saying the
Yes.
same thing. That's all he wants to do is just worship stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, that's a pretty good calling because I remember Steve saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. But you are very talented, so gifted, and
Well,
love listening to you.
Thank you.
Sad
Thank
you didn't bring your guitar, though.
I know. Next time.
Yeah,
Next time I'll go
bring it
ahead and put it in my
next
guitar
time,
the night
next
before.
time. And we said this last year. You need to come in here soon, more often. And
Yeah.
I'd love to have you in more. Anything before you do your Galentine's thing, let's get in here and talk about that. I mean, will
Yeah.
those tickets sell out, do you think? Or
Well, so
because your event this weekend has already sold
it's
out.
sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's mostly because of caterers and things having to
Oh,
get
yeah, you
numbers
kind of have to know the
in.
numbers and
So
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and so that's really the big part on that. But yeah, Galentine's will hopefully be able to take as many as we
Okay.
want to. And that just is the difference between, we've put chairs in our sanctuary now. So that's mostly the difference between having it in our sanctuary and in our fellowship hall. And if we get enough, we'll be able to say, hey, y'all, we got to move
the
chairs.
chairs.
Gotta move chairs.
Move the chairs.
That's my favorite thing to say. We got to
Yeah.
move the chairs.
Move the
And they
chairs.
don't like it, but it's worth it. So
Yeah, exactly. To open it all up. Okay. In the last couple of minutes we have, remind us again of all the events coming up, the kids stuff, the Christmas schedule, everything you guys have got going on, if you would.
So we'll start on December 10th at 6 p.m. with our preschool Christmas program. Super fun. And then the next Wednesday, that's a Wednesday night, on the next Wednesday, we'll have our kids' Christmas play 1K chaotic still night at 6 p.m. on the 17th. And then on the 21st, we have our Christmas GBC choir cantata at 8:30 in the morning and 10 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll come back together that night at 5 o'clock for our candlelight service.
I love it. And the candlelight service sounds absolutely wonderful. How long does that last usually? I said you come in.
We're planning, so it starts at 5 and we'll be out probably in an hour, a good hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be wonderful. I would love. That's my son's birthday, though. I don't know if I can. I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what we'll be doing that day, but man, that would be a wonderful way. He would love to come up and just be a part of that to kind of close out the day.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because he's a Jesus freak.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah, he's a big Jesus freak, and so he's probably one of the most outspoken of my children for his faith, and he just loves any place where he can feel the spirit.
Yeah.
And so he would be into that on his birthday. So I'll sure bring it. I'll mention it to him.
Come on.
Very good, very good. Amy Pratt, she is of the. I didn't realize that the connection to Larry's. See, I'm not from here, and so when I don't make all the connections that people assume I should make, even though I've been here a long time. But I'm not originally from here, so I don't know all the connections. But my dad's name is Larry.
Aw.
So we've always loved Larry's Diner because when my father has passed as well, or your grandfather, I know, but your grandfather Larry, we always got a kick out of Larry's Restaurant. There's Dave's Restaurant.
Yeah.
And we would go, whenever they were in town and stuff. It's just a great place.
It
great
is.
place. I mean, it's just an iconic, I don't know, a fixture here in Springfield. And so excited that y'all been able to keep that going and keep it rolling. That's really cool. What a beautiful legacy y'all have here.
Yeah, I'm super grateful.
So, very cool. Hey, guys, this young lady, I don't know. Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
See, I'm just saying. You talk about a catch. Come on. Anyway, I can't imagine you being single much longer. But anyway, you have your eye on anybody?
Not really.
Just putting you on the spot. I love messing with you, but that's great. But you are lovely.
Well,
and very
you so
talented,
much.
and
you.
It's such a blessing having you in here. Thank you for coming in.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me.
Always, anytime. You let me know. Get my number from Lee Marie so you can text me direct if you need some time. Say, hey, we need to promote this, and just come in. And then Lee Marie can always reach out too.
Yes.
But sometimes it's easier if you just email me straight because of teaching. Because I'm in the classroom all day, it gets a little chaotic. So good to see you, Amy. Thank you. And get out there for some of this wonderful stuff they've got going on at Grace Baptist.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Go hear her lead worship too. Anytime.
Perfect.
Thank you, sweetheart. God bless. And I'll let Brian make his way in. And while he's doing that, we're going to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. We want to just remind you, I've been focusing lately on the fact that you can be mentored into being a realtor. Mainly because I always like to pull up, the different social medias and things such as that whenever we're talking about the different sponsors. Hi, Brian.
Good morning.
Welcome. The camera's kind of weird because our main camera's out, so we had to kind of use the side camera, so it's a little different, but it all works. But I always like to pull up social medias when we're talking about our different sponsors, and front and center on Rebecca's right now is: are you thinking about a career in real estate? Do you want to take your career to the next level? Is it something just brand new you want to do? You can call or text her, and she can talk to you about it. And I think, and that number is 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And I think a lot of that is because at this time of the year, this is when people start reevaluating things. They start going and saying, okay, maybe, I just really want to make a career break. I want to do something different. Maybe I want to do something on the side. I want to have some little bit of extra income going, something to that degree. And here at the first of the year, that's when they like to make changes. And so I think that's probably a really good time for her to, just kind of double down and say, hey, we would love to mentor you. Barry has got this great marketing background that's unique. A lot of people, come into real estate from different avenues, but to have the marketing expertise that he has, 17 years as a media marketing vice president in Nashville, having that expertise and coming to the table is a real game changer in the real estate community when it comes to presenting your property and making sure it's seen in the absolute best light. So when you've got that, you've got two people who both didn't start out as realtors. They started out in other careers, and then transitioned into real estate, and they're just doing it as well. I mean, just gangbusters success, and really just would put them up against anybody. She is an agency office up in White House. He has his brokerage office here in Springfield, and together they make up Exit Prime Realty. They've been with the Exit team from the very start. They've always worked with Exit, but they were with the Garden Gate team for many years. They really would love to help you and work with you. Exit Prime Realty, Barry and Rebecca Richards. They specialize in Robertson County properties because they're here in Cross Plains for 30 years, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky, originally from Kentucky like myself. Reach out to them today. Sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com, and let them know U-Turn sent you. Hello.
Good morning.
Pulley. Good
How are
morning.
you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
It's good cold.
I'm so cold.
I know.
I'm freezing.
I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah, I know it. Me either. But anyway, but then we're going to go to the Great White North for a little bit over, the holidays and
Yes.
over Christmas and, toward the end of the year. But man, it's going to be. But when you go up there and there's snow and it's like
different.
It's
Yeah.
different, and you
Yeah.
can ski and
Yep.
different things. Just it's
This is just
you
cold.
Visit winter. But yeah, this is just
Gray.
It's like
Right.
gray and cold.
Yeah.
It's like, give me some snow.
Yeah.
Now I want spring.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, bring spring on.
Yeah.
I like the the fall leaves, and but they fall off way too quick, and then it's just ugh.
Then here we are. Yeah. The seasonal depression stuff is real too, man. I never really believed it. We don't get enough vitamin D. We don't get outside. I think it has an effect on people.
Oh,
so,
I know it does.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know it does.
Like physically. Yeah.
Mark has those bright lights he'll put up, like those, like, I don't know, there's like a sunlight thing he'll get, and because they have to deal with it up north a lot, and so he's always been one that we need light, and I've actually got on my Christmas list like this big light lamp thing. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. But how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. We traveled, went to Arkansas. My wife's family's from there, and so got to go see her family. A lot of driving.
Yeah.
So, but it's good. Ate too much, and
Of course,
yeah.
that's what we do.
Back in our local YMCA this week, trying to get right. We're just stay in shape. But it was good. What about yours?
It was great.
Yeah.
We ended up celebrating on Friday. We had 47 people.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
big
so
group.
we have it in the barn, and it was cold, but we had heaters in the barn. And it worked, and it was just neat.
Yeah.
We ever since I've mentioned this a lot on air, but ever since Mom passed, I wanted to do something different, because that was her tradition.
Right.
So I want to do something not on Thanksgiving Day. I want to take that pressure off my family. Let them do their thing, and it's quite interesting though. Only two of them. Well, no. Only one of them really has a Thanksgiving Day thing. More of us are getting away from that day of stuff. But nonetheless, you just want to try to make it relaxing and all that, and make it kind of a reunion. I wish we could count on a 60-degree Thanksgiving Day, and I'd tell everybody, I said, if you'd come to my funeral, come to my house on the Friday after Thanksgiving, because having gone through losing my sister and my mom and all that, and just you see people. And you're like, I would love to see you outside of memorials and
Sure, yeah.
And so so that's always kind of been Mark and I's joke. It's like we want to have, and I think we're going to have a party sometime in the summer. Where we can just really have a big old potluck and say, hey, if you'd come to our funeral, come to our house and do something like that. And that's what because Thanksgiving, it's hard to count on being able to accommodate people because it's so cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Or it could be warm,
So,
but you don't know in between. Yeah.
I told some friends, I said, if it was going to be 60 degrees, I'd be really, screaming, come to the house,
Right.
bring a side dish.
Right.
Or maybe bring an extra turkey.
Right.
Because we might run out. But
Right.
we went through a lot of food.
Yeah.
So, but
We
it
got a
was
big
fun.
family on my mom's side, and we
Yeah.
have to rent out like a church building when we do our thing. So
We did that
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
Back home.
yeah. But we don't. It's hard to get together. We try to do it once every couple of years. We'll have a big thing in the summer, usually.
Yeah.
Same deal, and get together. And
Yeah.
and so we haven't done ours on the day either. Right? At my mom's house, we went Sunday before this year because we were traveling. And
Yeah.
so we did have a nice lunch on the Thanksgiving. But yeah, you celebrate
Yeah.
the season during the week. Sometime it's good. Get together with your people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
and I'm tired of just seeing them at funerals. Really, like I
I
tell them that
am
all the time. It's like, this
too.
is literally the only time I see you.
that's
yeah.
just it. And I'm tired of it. And so we're trying to fix that. And that's one of the reasons why we had a larger gathering
Right.
on the day after. And we're going to try to do something if we can just get, if we can get, you know, I keep thinking life's going to stop being so busy.
I don't know that it. I don't know that it does.
I
Yeah.
don't know that I want it to be either, though,
Yeah.
quite frankly,
Yeah.
because I'm one of these people that the day after, okay, that Saturday after, you know, Black Friday, so Saturday after Thanksgiving, I didn't have anywhere I had to be, anything I had to do, and I was the most unproductive I've ever been in my life. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that and I know we're supposed to rest and Sabbath and all that. I have a real hard time with that.
It's okay sometimes. You just have to. You got to be
Sometimes you just
comfortable
gotta
sitting
shut
in
down,
it.
But I have a hard time doing
I know.
that,
I'm the
man.
same way. I feel like I didn't get anything done.
Antsy
Yeah.
real quick.
But then I get grumpy because I feel like I'm overloaded. So it's
Yes,
like,
I know.
So
It's like, what do you
but
do?
you gotta. The times you have to rest.
Yeah.
You know, God gives us these windows.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
let's take it, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do something you enjoy doing, and recharge your battery, and then you'll be back at it.
There
So
you go.
I don't think you're gonna have to worry about sitting there on like a too much. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
we're talking with Brian Pulley, and he is with the United Way, and we have an awesome United Way here in, we have our Robertson County United Way, but you serve the,
Nine county footprint.
yeah, and
That we have.
Why do you, it's like Greater Nashville, Middle Tennessee?
Yeah, Greater Nashville. We couldn't do Middle Tennessee because there's two other United Ways, Rutherford County and Sumner County, that are separate from us.
Okay.
So it'd be confusing because they're
Gotcha.
in Middle Tennessee as well. So that's why we say Greater Nashville.
Okay.
But we've had several mergers. I mean, like when I first started, Robertson and Cheatham had just come on. So it was just Davidson County, Robertson and Cheatham when I first started in 2019 now. And then we merged with Williamson County. Then we merged with Dixon County, and then we merged with Montgomery, Houston, and Stewart
wow.
County. So
Okay.
the thinking behind it is that there's power in numbers there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
United Ways typically have operated like that. They're independent, and they're independent for a reason, to serve the needs of that particular community. We are under a larger umbrella called United Way Worldwide, which is a global organization. So we have some kind of rules and procedures, standards you follow being under that big umbrella, but really we have a lot of freedom to serve in the way we need to serve for our local communities, because what works here may not work in El Paso, Texas, or California, or
Exactly.
whatever. The communities are going to be different. And also when we go through our funding process, that's why it's so important. We have a volunteer group that reviews those applications for our funded partners and makes recommendations based on the interviews, the applications, to where the money can best be applied in those communities. And so we really try to keep it as local as possible. But with serving a 9-county footprint and having this larger entity, we're able to provide a lot more support through grant dollars, through our marketing efforts. In a lot of our counties, we don't have enough corporate partnership funds to support the funded partners' needs. So it really goes into one bigger pot overall, and then we're able to fund everybody that we need to fund. So it's just strength in numbers, and every community has something they do, a little bit better than others, or maybe they have a little more need in. So collectively, though, it allows us to work and fund our partners properly, and then serve in those communities the way we need to serve. And we've got some excellent partners throughout our footprint, and a lot of our partners too touch multiple counties. So they may be based here, but then they have locations here, and they have employee base that lives here. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of cross county stuff anyway, and so it just makes sense. And we're in the process of kind of streamlining some of that too. Given that we've had all these mergers, we're like, all right, we've brought in all these other counties. Let's try to get everybody more in lockstep so that we can move in the same direction going forward, because it's just been a lot of change in the last 6 years. But I think overall it's been really positive from what I've seen. I know it's been positive here. We've done stuff here in Robertson County that we would not have been able to do if it was just a United Way here in Robertson County. That's no slight on anybody that's ever done it. It's just you have
resources.
You have resources and a group of people and professional people behind you that are pushing this and are able to work in it that we wouldn't have not been able to afford if it was just us on our own. So that's the true benefit of it. And there's a misconception a lot of times when we've gone through these mergers, like, well, you're just driving in here from Nashville, and you're going to take our money and go back, and it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It's actually money's coming in that has not been available before, because through the way we're set up, we have access to grant funds and things that you wouldn't have had because you need people to write those grants. And so it allows a lot more there. So it's a benefit to all. I think we've seen it here through like the Raise Your Hand program and our VITA program and all these things that we've been able to implement that we just wouldn't have been able to do because we wouldn't have had the resources or manpower to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and one of my favorite things too is how y'all pull together your resources and you put together the community information that you have through the 211.
211. Yep.
And that's one thing. Being, we worked in the benevolence work in Nashville. We give that number out all the time because for a long time we had that sheet that would get out of date. And now having all those resources and pulling all those things together, because we get people in these different places that are from all these other counties. I mean, people come, they move around when they're in need a lot of the time. And so it just, it crosses these boundaries. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. 211 went through some changes over the last year and a half. We used to manage it out of a database in Florida, but it was licensed resource specialists, and they had access to the funded partners that were available in the areas wherever the people were, to your point. So if you had somebody, I have a partner, Quick Trip, that is in Dixon County, for instance, and they're right off the interstate. So they get a lot of people that just come in and need help, right? Because they're right there and they're out in the community. And so they're not going to, if they refer them to 211, they're not going to refer them to, my father's house here in Robertson County. They're going to refer them to partners that are right there in that area. But the change that's made, we are now managing that here locally, here in Middle Tennessee. And so I can't remember the number of counties, but it's a large swath through Middle Tennessee beyond our footprint. And they're able to then, it's a little more localized. So I think there's a little more local touch there. The downside of it is, it's Monday through Friday, I believe it's 8 to 5 that we have those, because what our partner agencies ourselves, a lot of those are not going to be, homeless shelters, obviously, yes, but other, United Ministries is not open at 6 o'clock at night. So they can't help them at that time anyway. But it's given a little bit more local touch. You're dealing with somebody that's local to the area, but it is going to move them wherever they're at. So if they're here in Springfield, it's going to put them in touch with resources that are right here in Robertson County. If they're in Davidson County, same thing. Or if they're up, in Houston County, it's going to get stuff in their area. And so it's something that we're constantly working on, because it is a tool that we have. And again, it wouldn't be possible if we weren't part of this larger collective. So it's something that, and I tell people all the time, I don't know what else to do, because I have to use it too. We have people coming in and I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like we've kind of, or maybe we've exhausted some of our resources. We've already done this, but we're still having a hard time. And so you can put them in touch with that, and it's a licensed resource specialist, and they can point them in the right direction.
Okay, well, good deal. And just all the things that are United Way, we'd love to touch base with you and just kind of see what's going on. And we'll have the VITA program kicking off.
VITA's coming up. We're always looking for volunteers. Yep. I know nobody wants to think about taxes while you're blowing your credit cards up for Christmas time, but it will be, the bill will be coming soon after the new year. And so we'll look at VITA. We will have, we're working on that right now. We'll have some in-person locations here. Last year, the library and the YMCA stepped up and helped us have those. And then the virtual option is always there. I don't know the income cap this year. I believe it was $84,000 last year, so it's just a household income of $84,000. But that will be coming up. We'll get more information on that. We're also right in the middle of Seasons of Sharing, which is an initiative we're working with our partner agencies to try to get more volunteers, more assistance in there. We listen to them, and they said, we need help. We need people. And so right now we've had 1,500 unique sign-ups through our 9-county footprint through this program, and that's like I have a company, for instance, that I work with called Genesco they work Journeys, and they make shoes. They're one of our oldest. I think they've been with us almost 100 years, I believe, as a partner with United Way. They've been with us as long as we've been around in this area. But anyway, they through their campaign wanted to do a couple of volunteers days, and so through this Season of Sharing, which I will share the page again, you have multiple opportunities throughout the 9-county footprint. And then have all the details on it. It'll have, we need 2 people, we need 10 people, this is ongoing, whatever it is, there's specific dates, or this one we need multiple dates. And all you do is click the link, sign up right there, and you're good to go. And so what we're trying to do is work with the people that we work with to get them to volunteer. And so they wanted a volunteer day. They had a specific day that they wanted to do it. We had an opportunity with Salvation Army, who was getting their Angel Tree warehouse done, getting it ready for the season. They needed people just come over and help set up. 10 to 2 on this certain date. I sent her the link, 12 people, boom, right in there, and there you go. And so that is part of our hands-on partnership that with used to be Hands-On Nashville's, now is Hands-On. We merged with them as well last year, and so we knew we were a little weak in the volunteer area as far as our, the full service when we work with our corporate partners. And so getting them, they are the volunteer experts. And so we've been able to get 1,500 volunteer opportunities already, and it's ongoing through January. So our goal, I think, was 1,000, and we're already at 1,500, and we've got another month or so. So I'll put that link in the comment section, and great opportunity. And there are opportunities here in Robertson County. And also, if you're just like, hey, I'd like to get involved, I don't know how to start, you can call me, 615-780-2401, 615-780-2401. I promise you we can plug you in. Whatever your physical limitations are, or whatever your schedule looks like, there will be opportunities. There is a need there.
For sure. So many good things going on. All right, and we just talking with Brian Pulley again with you. Who use motion and out, sending me messages, coded messages out through the window. I love him. But anyway, it's so funny. But we are just talking about all things United Way. And we're missing somebody.
We are.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Catherine. Catherine took another position. She is going to be working with the city.
Oh, wonderful.
So the city of Springfield United Way just continue to
rob from each other.
Yeah, exchange, and then so I joked with Catherine. I said, go work there for like a couple years, and then you can come back like Ace did. But no,
so funny.
She has a great opportunity. She has a passion for marketing and social media stuff and public relations stuff, and so she's going to be doing. I don't know exactly all of her job duties, but it's going to be like a communications person for the city. She's around. She's around. It's great.
In here for her,
so it's just a good opportunity for her to go work with, and they're a great group. I mean, they're a partner of ours too. We work with the city, so it's all good. I joke with Ryan, it's like, keep taking our people, but
I know. Well, Ace left and went to the city, and now she's back.
Right.
So I kept that.
We get them back. We'll just trade them out back. I have not done it yet, though. Yeah, but I worked with the city when I was a young person, in the Parks and Rec department, but I haven't gone at this point. So maybe the right thing hadn't come across yet. But I'm good where I'm at. But no, it's good. We'll miss her. She did a great job. But it's part of this the regional streamlining. I was talking about. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like moving forward. We will have a community impact person. Ace and her team are working on it right now. In the meantime, Ace and I are here, and Ace manages the entire thing outside of Davidson County. So she's done that job for 3 years, and so she'll be kind of holding the fort down until we get somebody full time. But it's all good. We're happy for Catherine. We'll miss her. Enjoyed working with her. I knew her previously from Rotary. We're in Rotary together, but it's a good opportunity for her. So happy that she was pursuing something she was interested in that regard. So
we'll give her my best.
I will.
We talked a little bit about.
Well, you can bring her in.
We'll get her in.
She'll be doing. I don't know what exactly. Yeah. Again, I barely know my own job responsibilities day to day. Sometimes so other people's I blow fuzzy on, but yeah, I think she's going out when they have events. She'll cover those events and do all that. So she'll be definitely stuff she'll want to be promoting, I'm sure.
For sure. And, with the city, I do want to mention that Winter Wonderland opened last weekend, and I'm thinking this is a walkthrough weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I know
I'll check and see.
My mom always takes my kids and then my brother's son. They have their little outing, and this is Friday. And I think she was saying it was drive-through only for that Friday. Maybe it was just for Friday. I'm not sure. So I don't want to give misinformation, but
because the parade is Saturday. So I feel like after the parade, it'll be a walkthrough.
That makes sense.
Because they usually, and I know they're going to do carriage rides and things like that, but I bet you have to sign up early for that.
It's full-on Christmas explosion down there this weekend. So if you're trying to get in the holiday spirit and you're like, I can't quite get there, go to Springfield this weekend, and I promise you'll get there. So
then we've got the tour of homes coming up. Danny, I hadn't forgotten. We'll probably get Danny on one day next week to talk about that, because I think it's the next Sunday. And so, it's just, and then before you know it, we'll be into the new year, and here we go.
26.
Oh, it
doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't. I'm about to turn 63, so tell me, you wait until you hit those numbers, and you're like, what?
how did I get here?
Yeah, exactly,
Still feel like a
exactly.
kid sometimes. I'm not,
Yeah,
obviously. So
yeah. It's all good though.
Yeah.
That's why I love talking to my high school kids, and they're just like, "You're just so old." No, I know, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it's a
great.
blessing.
It's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One day, God willing, you will get here.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
quit being knuckleheads and act right.
Yeah, get there, do your work, do your homework.
Yeah.
Come on, but yeah, it's all good. But now, are you going to be back with us anymore?
Yeah, I should be. Yeah, we're around during the holidays. We're kind of where we're at is this is like wrap up time for us. The September, October, November are by far our busiest months, and have been efforting to get every single dollar we in for our campaign, and it has gone really extremely well. At least the accounts I work with, I'm just so grateful. I think people this year, and I've talked about this before, have seen the need to step up individually, and that's a beautiful thing. I've had several accounts that have had more participation, which is the way I truly measure success. And so, yes, we have to raise money, but then I look at the percent of participation within a company to say, like, how involved are we? And so when I see those numbers go up, I feel like I'm doing my job because people want to give and want to be a part of the campaign and want to help their community. And so we've seen those numbers go up. We'll work it all the way down to the last minute here, but right now it's kind of a wrap-up time. We'll make sure we're getting every dollar in the door that's supposed to be in there, and wrap up with our companies and make sure that everybody by the end of the year wants to get all their T's crossed and I's dotted. So that's what we're working on with them right now. But it's been great. Thankful for a lot of our partners. We've got a couple. Farmers Bank is wrapping theirs up right now, our local company here, and just done a magnificent job. She sent me her totals, and they have almost 100% participation in their campaign. So it's and they've been a long-time partner of ours. I don't know how far it goes back, but it's more than 20 years, I believe, with the United Way here locally, and then Cumberland Electric as well. Reported out their results. They were up significantly this year from last year. So just really appreciative of our partnership there and everything they do in the community. And so we're just blessed to have a lot of people that we're working with that want to see their community be a little better place, and companies that are putting their money where their mouth is. You know, a lot of companies will say, we want to, be involved in our community, and then their actions may say a little something else when you get down to it. But it is a breath of fresh air when you see some of these companies that are saying this, and then on the back end, they're actually doing it. And so we're appreciative of that.
Very big. And I mean, and that's one of the things that I just kind of, I've mentioned HCA so many times because I've been so impressed because I've got two kids that work there. And that's something that they take very seriously is the volunteer opportunities. Because I'm always hearing from one of my kids, well, I'm working today, but I'm actually over here doing some kind of volunteer thing. And with one of my kids being a veteran, they're always tapping him to do something with veterans. And then when I went to an event at HCA last year, they had this big display of United Way.
Longtime partner.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can
and it's a culture there.
It really is.
It is really ingrained in what they do. Yeah. They spend their resources on employing people to help make sure that keeps going. Yeah. And I tell people all the time, I go in a lot of companies, and I can sit in there for 10 minutes and tell you a lot of times what the culture is like just by observing and watching how their people interact, and then kind of seeing where the leadership is when I go in these companies. And when we've dealt with HCA people, it is fully ingrained in their DNA what they do. And the company I was just speaking about, which I'm going over this morning after I leave here, Genesco, same way, 100-year partnership. They it's just ingrained in who they are. They want to help. They have something year round. They have their own thing. They have stuff they do with us, and it's not just like, okay, it's time to check this box and let's give a few bucks to a nonprofit. It is literally ingrained in who they are as a company. And what I have found is a lot of these companies that have that DNA in them also coincidentally seem to be very successful in the business side of things. And it's because their employees, first of all, feel valued. They feel like they're working for a place that cares. They're able to have that outlet themselves and be involved in their community through their company. And so you're retaining good people and you're bringing in good people, and people want to be a part of it. And it creates a whole culture that is just very successful. And so those companies, we value very much those long-term partnerships. But yeah, a place like HCA, they have their own wing of stuff that they do as far as like getting involved in the community, and we're just happy to be a part of that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
But you can, what you said about you walk into a company and you can just tell it's a different atmosphere, and then there's success behind it. When you're 100 years, Genesco, I had friends that have worked there, and I have a good friend of mine from church that was with them for years. and great company.
Yep,
Great
good company, and makes good stuff. But just
Yeah.
I tell people I use them a lot only because they're an example of how you should do it. You
Yeah.
know, and you know what I mean. It's like just from top down, and their seniors leadership when you go in is involved in all this stuff, and it's just not like they're just hand it to a person saying go do this, make us look good. It's actually who they are, and so we have. I'm just using them because I work with them. We have dozens and dozens of companies that are like this throughout Middle Tennessee. We're blessed to have some right here in Robertson County that are absolutely 100% committed to making the community a better place. And I know there's some that I don't personally work with that do the exact same thing. They're just doing it through another outlet, and we're just thankful to live in a place where people want to get involved, help their neighbor, make it a little bit better place because that's what we're supposed to do.
Amen.
Yep.
Amen. For sure. So anything else that we need to mention before we wrap up our time?
I don't think so. We will when we get a new person, we'll bring them in. We'll probably do some VITA stuff at the first of the year and talk about that a little bit once we're really trying to get volunteers and get things set up. I'll get Ace in here soon to kind of get a recap on their side, but just thankful that we're the community with how they've supported us this year. From a volunteer standpoint, from a corporate partner standpoint, I'm thankful for our funded partners and the work that they do every single day. I see it. It's just amazing, and a lot of it's purely volunteer run. They're doing it for the love of their heart because they want to help their community, not doing it to be look at me on Facebook or for anything else, but just to do it because they want to serve their community, and that's inspiring for me. So just thankful that for all those people, and that's why I get up and go to work every day so we can make sure they keep doing what they're doing.
I love it.
Yep.
And if you need to find a place to plug in,
Call me.
We got all kinds of kiddos with Tennessee Promise. You need volunteer hours. You can call United Way, and they can plug you in.
I promise you we'll get you in, and it's easy. And now I know you don't like to talk to anybody on the phone. We have links, and you just click it and just put your little name in there, and boom, you're in.
And
That's
there
all you have to do.
And all these early graduates, they're getting ready to get out and they're going to be hitting into that Tennessee Promise. It's time.
Come on through.
They put it off, and they're like, I need a place to volunteer. And I'm like, call United Way.
We
That's
will.
what I tell them every time.
We have so many
United Way.
opportunities, and it's fun. And I promise you, it's not a chore, man. You will enjoy the time, and you're gonna meet some great people, like awesome people. I cannot recommend it enough. Yeah,
For real. Thank you, Brian.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Brian Pulley, United Way. And tomorrow we'll have, I believe Lisa Fort's coming on in here. They don't have their event tomorrow night, but I think she's still coming in. But we'll have fun. It'll be Faith Friday, and I hope you'll join us right here on 1100 WSGI. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.